Texas Rangers versus Kansas City Royals. It's another big American League battle on Thursday, August 21st. The Rangers are in third place in the AL West as they are 5 games back of the wild card. Kansas City is just 2.5 games back of the wild card spot in the AL2. The Royals have won 5 of their last 6 games coming into this matchup. The Rangers are set to start Patrick Corbin, while the Royals start Michael Lorenzen. Texas is third place in the American League West Division with a 63-65 record. They are 6.5 games out of Astros for the divisional lead. The Rangers are also 5 games back of a wild card. The team needs a run to make a push for the postseason as the Havs severely struggled on the road this year. Entering Tuesday night, the Rangers have lost 9 of their last 12 games. They have a 26-39 road record, but they are coming off of a 6-3 win against Kansas City. Patrick Corbin gets the nod for the Rangers against the Royals. The left-handed pitcher is 6-9 with a 4.45 ERA in 23 starts. His last start saw him throw 2.1 innings against the Blue Jays on August 16. He allowed 7 runs and 8 runs in a 14-2 loss. The Rangers are 10-13 when Corbin has started this season. They have lost 3 of Corbin's last 4 starts. He has a 5.17 ERA when pitching on the road. The Rangers are hitting .233 this season, which ranks 5th lowest in the league. They have scored the 7th fewest runs, while they have the 6th fewest hits. Texas ranks 19th in home runs hit. They are hitting .237 during road games and .235 since the All-Star break. The Rangers are hitting .240 in August and .230 against the Royals in 4 games. Kansas City is in second place in the American League Central Division. The Royals are pushing for the wild card spot as they are 2.5 games back of the final spot. They are 10 games back of the Tigers for first in the division. The Royals are above 500 at home this season with a 35-30 record. In their last game, the Royals lost 6-3 to the Rangers at home on Wednesday, August 20. The loss snapped a 5-game winning streak for Kansas City. On Thursday, Michael Lorenzen gets the start for the Royals. The right-handed pitcher is 5-8 with a 4.43 ERA in 19 starts. His last start saw him throw 4.0 innings, and he allowed 0 runs and 3 hits in a 6-2 win over the White Sox on August 16. The Royals have won 4 of Lorenzen's last 5 starts, benefiting from his ability to limit damage early. The Royals are 4-3 when Lorenzen has started at home. He has a 3.40 ERA in 7 home starts, showing stronger command and comfort when pitching in Kansas City. The Royals are hitting .246 this season, which ranks 17th in the league. They have scored the 3rd fewest runs in the sport, a clear indication that while they can put the ball in play, they often fail to capitalize on scoring chances. Kansas City has hit the 3rd fewest home runs, relying more on gap power, but they have also hit the 3rd most doubles, showing they can string together extra base hits to keep innings alive. Kansas City is hitting .247 at home and .250 since the All-Star break, with a slight uptick to .259 in August that suggests some improvement. However, they have struggled with runners in scoring position as they have a .236 batting average in those instances, often leaving men stranded and missing opportunities to change the outcome of close games. That inability to deliver timely hits has been one of the biggest obstacles keeping them from climbing in the standings. The Royals are making a serious push up the American League standings as they chase down the final wild card spot, sitting just 2.5 games back heading into Thursday's matchup. They're coming off a tough defeat to Texas on Wednesday night, but this is a resilient club that has consistently bounced back after losses, and I expect them to respond with a big performance. Kansas City will hand the ball to Michael Lorenzen, who has been solid at home with a 3.40 ERA, showing confidence and command when pitching at Kauffman Stadium. The Royals have also fared well in his recent outings, winning 4 of his last 5 starts, a sign that he's giving them a chance to win every time he takes the mound. On the other side, the Rangers will turn to Patrick Corbin, who has struggled badly on the road, carrying a 5.17 ERA in away starts. Texas has dropped 3 of his last 4 outings, further highlighting his inconsistency. To make matters worse for the Rangers, their lineup has not solved Kansas City pitching this year, hitting under .235 against the Royals in head-to-head games. With the combination of home field advantage, a favorable pitching matchup, and an opponent struggling both at the plate and on the mound, Kansas City looks poised to grab an important win. After analyzing both teams, my pick for this match is Kansas City Royals minus 1.5. Drop your thoughts and predictions in the comments box. Los Angeles Dodgers versus Colorado Rockies. Los Angeles, 72-54, will be trying to increase their lead in the National League West when they visit Coors Field on Thursday afternoon to face Colorado, 36-90, in the final game of their 4-game series. Clayton Kershaw, 7-2, 3.01 ERA, will get the start for the Dodgers. The Rockies will counter with Chase Delander, 2.9, 6.43 ERA. Los Angeles is 9-1 in its last 10 games against Colorado. The Dodgers bounced back from their 3-game sweep at the hands of the Angels with a series sweep of the Padres. They split the first 2 games of this series and will try to pick up their second straight series win when they play on Thursday. Los Angeles averages 5.14 runs per game, which is second in the league. Their .255 batting average is fourth in the league. Their .332 on base percentage is third, while their .440 slugging percentage is second. Will Smith leads the Dodgers with a .308 batting average, while Shohei Ohtani leads the team with 44 home runs and 83 RBI. Los Angeles is giving up 4.44 runs per game, which is 18th in the league. Opponents have a .243 batting average against the Dodgers, which is 16th in the league. Their 4.12 ERA is 18th, while their 1.30 WHIP is 21st. In his last start, Kershaw gave up 2 hits and 1 run in 6 innings, leading to a 3-2 win over the Padres. He is 28-11 with a 3.27 ERA in 51 games against the Rockies. The Rockies played well over the past week, and they've won 6 of their last 8 games. They are at the bottom of the NL West standings, 24.5 games out of 4th place. They will try to keep the momentum going with a win on Thursday. Colorado averages 3.78 runs per game, which is 29th in the league. Their .239 batting average is 23rd in the league. Their 297 on base percentage is 30th, while their 395 slugging percentage is 20th. Jordan Beck leads Colorado with a .272 batting average, while Hunter Goodman leads the team with 25 home runs and 69 RBI. Colorado is giving up 6.43 runs per game, which is 30th in the league. Opponents have a .300 batting average against the Rockies, which is 30th in the league. Their 6.00 ERA is also 30th, as is their 1.61 WHIP, highlighting just how consistently poor their pitching staff has been throughout the season. In his last start, Delander gave up 6 hits and 5 runs in 4 2/3 innings, leading to a 10-7 win over Arizona. He gave up 3 runs in 5.2 innings in his lone start against the Dodgers, showing flashes of control but still struggling with command at key moments, which has been a recurring issue for him throughout the season. The Dodgers played under the total in 3 of their last 5 games, while the Rockies played under the total in 2 of their last 3 games. Los Angeles averages 5.14 runs per game and averaged 4.67 runs per game in their last 3 games. They're batting 254 against right-handers, and they're facing a starter who gave up 14 runs in his last 3 home starts. The Rockies averaged 3.78 runs per game and averaged 4.51 runs per game at home. They're batting .236 against left-handers, and they're facing a starter who gave up 3 runs in his last 5 starts against them. Don't expect these teams to score enough runs to push the score over the total. The Dodgers and Rockies played under the total in 3 of their last 4 meetings. The Dodgers have won 4 of their last 5 games, while the Rockies have quietly put together a solid stretch themselves by winning 6 of their last 8 games. Even with Colorado's recent momentum, Los Angeles holds the edge in this matchup because of how consistently they've produced at the plate against right-handed pitching this season. The Dodgers lineup has been one of the most disciplined and powerful groups in baseball, showing the ability to wear pitchers down with long at-bats and then cash in with timely extra base hits. That spells trouble for Rockies starter Chase Delander, who has struggled on the mound in recent outings, giving up 9 runs across his last 3 starts while showing command issues. His struggles have been even more apparent at Coors Field, where he has surrendered 13 runs over his last 3 home starts, and now he faces one of the deepest and most balanced offenses in the league. Unless Delander finds a way to limit hard contact and get ahead early in counts, he will likely have a hard time slowing down the Dodgers' attack in this matchup. Colorado won't be as successful offensively because they've struggled against left-handers, and they're going up against Kershaw, who has looked good on the mound, giving up 2 runs in his last 3 starts. He gave up 3 runs in his last 5 starts against the Rockies and will keep their offense in check, using his veteran command and ability to change speeds to neutralize Colorado's lineup. After analyzing both teams, my pick for this match is Los Angeles Dodgers -1.5. Drop your thoughts and predictions in the comments box. San Francisco Giants versus San Diego Padres. On Thursday, the San Diego Padres will host the San Francisco Giants in the finale of a 4-game series at Petco Park. And this is the 4th series of the season between these NL West rivals. SD leads the series 7-3 over the last 10 matchups, and the under was 7-3 in those games. San Francisco, 61-64 SU, 53-72 RL, and 57-63 OU is 2-8 in its last 10 games. The under was 6-3-1. The Giants lost their previous series to Tampa Bay and were swept by San Diego at home in their prior series. SF will start veteran right-hander Justin Verlander in Thursday's game versus the Padres. In his last outing, the 42-year-old held the Rays scoreless in 7 innings, surrendering only 2 hits and striking out 8 batters in a dominant performance. He hasn't faced San Diego this season, making this a fresh matchup. Verlander is 1-9 with a 4.23 ERA and 1.42 WHIP in 21 starts, 106.1 IP, including 1-3 with a 4.36 ERA and 1.50 WHIP in 9 road games, 43.1 IP, as he continues to battle inconsistency despite flashes of vintage form. The Giants don't have the notoriety of their National League West Division rivals, but they have been competitive at times this season and have shown flashes of being able to hang around the postseason conversation. However, the team hasn't been able to sustain its level of play in the second half, compiling a .920 record since the All-Star break, which has pushed them further down the standings. The lack of consistency has been a major theme, as stretches of strong pitching have often been undone by an offense that ranks in the bottom third of the league in key categories. Compounding matters, the front office chose not to make any significant moves at the trade deadline, leaving San Francisco without the kind of reinforcements that might have provided a spark. As a result, the Giants find themselves on the outside looking in when it comes to the division title race, and barring a dramatic turnaround, they may have to shift their focus toward developing younger talent and playing spoiler down the stretch rather than seriously contending for October. San Diego, 70-56 SU, 71-55 RL, and 52-70 OU, was swept by LA in its previous series. The Padres are 6-4 in their last 10 games. The under was 6-3-1. SD will hand the baseball to right-hander Dylan Cease tomorrow against San Francisco, hoping he can bounce back from a shaky performance. In his last outing, a 3.1-inning loss to the Dodgers, the 29-year-old surrendered 5 runs, 3 earned, on 2 hits and 6 walks, struggling badly with command and pitch efficiency. He has already faced the Giants once this season, taking a loss on June 5th after allowing 3 runs on 5 hits and 3 walks with 7 strikeouts across 5 innings. Overall, Cease carries a .511 record with a 4.61 ERA and 1.31 WHIP in 25 starts, 132.2 IP. But he has been more effective at home, going 5-3 with a 3.61 ERA and 1.23 WHIP across 12 starts, 67.1 IP at Petco Park. The Padres will be counting on him to limit walks and get deeper into the game to ease pressure on a bullpen that has carried a heavy workload of late. San Diego was off to a hot start to the second half of this season, briefly overtaking the Dodgers for the lead position in the division race and showing signs of building long-term consistency. The Friars' momentum was stalled in Los Angeles last week, however, as their rival swept them in convincing fashion, reminding the Padres how difficult the road to the top can be. San Diego has played well in front of its home crowd, 39-21 record, feeding off the energy at Petco Park, but is just 31-35 on the road. where their offense and pitching staff have both looked far less reliable. It's hardly a guarantee either starter will perform well tomorrow, which sets the stage for plenty of offensive opportunities. Verlander allowed 5 runs on 11 hits just 2 starts ago and has been inconsistent throughout the season, struggling at times with command and leaving pitches over the plate. Cease, meanwhile, has also been hit or missed this year, flashing dominance in some outings but faltering badly in others. And his poor career numbers against current Giants hitters raise legitimate red flags for this matchup. While both bullpens are statistically among the best in baseball, this will mark the 7th straight game without a day off for either club, creating fatigue concerns that could surface in late innings. Adding to that challenge, Thursday's matchup comes as a quick turnaround after a night game on Wednesday, leaving relief units more vulnerable to overuse and diminished effectiveness if Verlander and Cease fail to pitch deep into the contest. All of this points toward the possibility of runs piling up despite strong reputations on the pitching side. After analyzing both teams, my pick for this match is Giants ML. Drop your thoughts and predictions in the comments box. Houston Astros versus Baltimore Orioles. On Thursday, the Houston Astros will play the Baltimore Orioles in the series opener of a 4-game set at Camden Yards. And the Astros are -107 moneyline favorites, and the game total is 9 runs scored. Houston and Baltimore met last week at Dakin Park. The Orioles won 2 of the 3 matchups, but the Astros are 6-4 in their last 10 meetings with the O's. The over was 6-4 in those games. Houston, 69-58 SU, 58-69 RL, and 58-63-3-3 OU was swept by Detroit in its previous series. The Astros are 4-6 in their last 10 games. The over was 6-4. Houston will start right-hander Jason Alexander on Thursday versus the Orioles. In his last appearance, the 32-year-old held Baltimore to 2 runs on 3 hits with 6 Ks in 6 innings. He is 3-1 with a 4.74 ERA and 1.33 WHIP in 7 appearances, 37.2 innings pitched this season. Houston was on a tear in June 1970, but hasn't been nearly as dominant since then, 1923. The Astros are under .500 in the second half of the season, as their offense has failed to produce 3.7 runs per game at the same level as the first half 4.3 runs per game. Baltimore, 59-67 SU, 63-63 RL, and 54-67 OU, swept Boston in a 2-game set in its previous series. The Orioles are 6-4 in their last 10 games. The under was 6-4, showing improved consistency at the plate. The O's will turn to righty Brandon Young on Thursday night against Houston. In his last start, the 27-year-old held the Astros to 1 hit and 0 runs with 6 Ks in an 8-inning victory, showcasing his ability to dominate when he's locked in. Despite that gem, consistency has been his biggest issue this season. He is 1-6 with a 5.68 ERA and 1.49 WHIP in 11 starts, 52.1 IP, including 0-3 with an 8.10 ERA and 1.73 WHIP in 6 outings, 26.2 IP at Oriole Park, where his command and efficiency have too often unraveled in front of the home crowd. Baltimore hope to advance much further this postseason after squandering a terrific regular season with a quick exit in the playoffs. But the first half didn't go as planned. 43-52 record. The Orioles pitching staff has taken a step back with Corbin Burns gone and Grayson Rodriguez out for the season, posting a 4.65 ERA, including 4.77 at home. That drop-off on the mound has been especially damaging in close games, where the bullpen has also failed to consistently protect leads. The O's lineup is talented, with several young hitters capable of producing highlight reel at-bats, but the group has only produced 4.3 runs per game, 18th, and long stretches of inconsistency have cost them winnable series. Injuries to key contributors and a lack of bench depth have further exposed the roster, leaving the Orioles in danger of falling completely out of contention if they cannot find a spark. Even with upside in the batting order, the combination of shaky starting pitching and a bullpen that's been overworked has made it difficult to string together momentum. For a franchise that entered 2025 with such high expectations, the margin for error is shrinking quickly. Houston hasn't been scoring much lately, but that hasn't prevented the over from cashing in 4 of its last 5 games. The only game it didn't go over during that stretch was a matchup between Aces Hunter Brown and Tarek Skubal, both of whom kept hitters completely off balance with dominant stuff. The Astros aren't likely to come out on top on Thursday, but I like their chances against Young, especially if their lineup can string together quality at-bats and take advantage of his tendency to allow early traffic on the bases. Likewise, I am bullish on Baltimore's odds of scoring frequently against Alexander, as this looks like a favorable matchup for their lineup. Thursday's starting pitchers are making consecutive appearances against the same teams, which creates an interesting dynamic. While both hurlers fared relatively well in their previous outings, history shows that holding the same lineup in check in back-to-back starts is rarely an easy task. Hitters typically make adjustments the second time around, and Baltimore's offense has been one of the more consistent units at finding ways to generate traffic on the bases. Alexander in particular has shown vulnerabilities when facing lineups that can string together quality at-bats, and Baltimore's depth makes them a strong candidate to take advantage. On the other side, Baltimore's pitching also has question marks, meaning both clubs should have opportunities to push runs across. With 2 mediocre arms towing the rubber in lineups that will be better prepared to capitalize on their weaknesses, the setup is tailor-made for runs. All of these factors suggest that the total of 9 runs could be cleared without too much trouble, making the over a strong play in this matchup. After analyzing both teams, my pick for this match is Orioles ML. Drop your thoughts and predictions in the comments box.